Hi guys, it's early December and I'd like to show you how I prune my fig tree. Now as you can see here, this fig tree is dormant. The leaves have died back. We've had a few frosts already, and now you want to look for your branches that are crossing and rubbing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to film this video or not with all of these chickens. I just turned them out a little bit ago and they think I'm fixing to feed them. Now, you can see here that I have a few branches that are coming in close contact with each other and will cause rubbing. And when those rub together, it'll cause an open spot for disease and pests to come in. Now, I want to keep this one pruned out to about 4 stalks coming out. And some people like to have a single stem coming up. But on this one here, now this is a brown turkey. I've had this one probably 4 years now. And like I said, this one is all this year's growth because it was killed down to the ground. I'm not sure if you can see some of the old stump here from last year where I had cut it out. But what I want to look for is a branch that's going out in one direction, not crossing everything else. This one here, I like this branch. It's good and strong and fast growing. So I want to keep it. And so I want to take out these other 4 branches here. Now that I'm looking, there's a main stump over on this side, and it is dead between the two. So really, once I cut these branches loose, I'll actually have a part of a rootstock down here that I could actually dig up, and it will not hurt the rest of the tree. So what I'm going to do, I'll start with this side here closest to me, and I'll pick the main branch that is going the direction that I want, and which is going to be this one here. Not sure if this one's in the shot real well, but I want to keep this one right here. This is a good strong branch, and this spring when it starts waking up, I'm going to kind of pull it back and let it grow out in like a 45-degree angle. So what I'll do is I'll take a pair of pruning shears. Now these are bypass. Do not use the anvil type. The anvil type will crush and it leaves a poor cut that just does not do very well. So you'll take the pair of cutters and you'll cut down here close to the stalk as you can and just lob it off. Now if you're saving your cuttings here for propagation and you have several different varieties, you want to make sure you do not get them mixed up. So you'll do one tree at a time and then put those in a container before you go to the next one. So I'll come in and I'll just start cutting. Now potato, I don't need any help. Potato loves attention, so he thinks that anytime anybody's down on the ground that they're wanting to play with him. So, but I'll come in. Now, I'm wanting to look at a couple of these, like I was saying a bit ago. Some of these they're coming up from different parts. They're kind of offshoots. And I could actually take a spade and cut those loose and go ahead and pot those into the ground because I'll pot them up because they're dormant and their roots are not as shocked as they would be like in the summer months. So I don't know, I'm just debating whether I want to cut, because this is my first time just really getting in and looking. Now this here is weak. It's coming off of this old stem, and it looks like it's just going to break off. So that's something that I'm not interested in keeping. This bottom one here was better. So let me take this one off, and I'll lay my cane over there. All right, this is the one I'm keeping. Let me see where this goes. Now you can see this one here comes actually from the center. And this is the one I'd like to keep, but just because of the size of it and the direction that it's growing. And so actually, none of this right here is anything that I would want to keep. So I think what I'm going to do is go get a spade or a little saw and see if I can dig some of this right here up and pot it up. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and try to extract this one section of the fig tree here. It's real close to the one I want to keep, but I think it's far enough away that I can cut it and then dig it out and it'll be okay. As you can see, I've got the old stump here, and as I probe down, it comes together in the middle there. But all of this new growth is off to the side. It does not feel that it's connected there. It feels like it's real deep and going underneath this one. So what I'm going to try to do, I can feel there's some roots coming here, and I know there's some on this other side here. So what I'm going to do is just come right down in between, feel that stump there. And now you want to make sure you use an old saw, because this dirt will dull your blade. And in essence, what I'm doing is similar to root pruning. So, thank you, buddy. So what I want to do is I want to leave as much root next to this as possible, because it's not going to be required as much on this piece over here. So I can feel that I just cut through it. And there. Now this here, as you can see, it's really moving. So now then it is loose from the main part of the tree. All right, chicken, you're going to have to go on. Excuse the chickens, I've had them pinned up. I live real close to the road, and if I let them run loose all day, they will get out there and get ran over. So I keep them pinned up during the day, turn them out whenever I get home from work, and I let them stay out for a while, and then I'll feed them and let them go. And then here's Potato. He's got to be in the middle of everything. Okay, now I've got that cut loose in that area there. Now I don't want to dig a huge hole, which I don't think I have to, because when I dig this out right here, I'll get enough roots to support one of these main branches. And I'll pot it up in something like a 3-gallon pot, and let it make it through the winter, and then I'll wait till next spring and put it out and let it adjust that way. Fall is the best time to put the plants out and let them grow, but as late as it is now, I would rather just wait till springtime and plant it up. So I'm going to try to dig in this area right here and pull this part of the tree out. So I think you can see what all where I'm digging. Now that right there is probably about 5 inches away, and that should be more than enough root if I can just go through it. We had a little rain, so the ground has softened a bit. I want to do this without damaging the stalk or cane that I want to keep. So I'm trying to go straight down, but yet not hit my wanted cane. Now I have to be careful pulling back like this because I can break the handle out of my shovel because I'm hitting this old part of the stump. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I was to cut that stump, there'll be roots on it and I'd be able to plant that as well. But I'm not really looking for that. I'm going to leave it just in case something happens this winter and the rest of the plant gets killed back to the ground again. Let me get down here and see. All right, it's still attached pretty well. There must be a section going in this direction. Let me pull it all off this way. Now, like I said, this tree is dormant. Yeah, I can feel it right there. Scarring this side up pretty bad, so I'm going to try not to rub on this side and let this be my cane that I keep, and I'll come in and I'll prune it. There. Oh, I have to watch the camera. Maybe I didn't knock it all out of frame. There it is. Boy, that's a good long root. That right there is a good long root. You can see I scarred it up a little right here. That'll be okay. I'll come in and cut it off right there. Okay. I will take that one. That has a pretty nice fruit ball. I'll pot that up, cut it off, and it'll make a nice plant to put out this next spring. So I have these two that I'm wanting to keep. Now I want to keep all my wood chips out of this hole, because that rotting wood will rob nitrogen out of the soil, and I'm wanting to keep my nitrogen. So I'm keeping these 2 canes here, and actually the 2 that I want to keep on this side is okay. I just noticed my camera was off for a second. What I have now is a brown turkey fig tree that has 4 canes. I've got 1 to the north, 1 to the west, 1 to the south, and 1 to the east, and a chicken in the middle. But what this is going to do is, the spring, whenever I pull the canes to about a 45-degree angle out from the center of the plant, it will allow the new growth to grow up, but yet have plenty of open space in the center for sunlight to get in and ripen the figs. And next season, I will come in and cut the canes back to probably, I'd say, about 3-4 feet. And then I will choose a couple other branches to come out. And the same way I did this one here, look to make sure that they're not crossing. And I'll try to get a video on that as well. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notifications button. It'll let you know each time I upload a video. And maybe some of this content is something that you really enjoy and is helpful to you. If you would, hit that notifications button, and God bless.